I'm always looking forward to the Dawn's class because there is so much to grab. Today is another exciting journey, and today the Dawn is going to be teaching us on how to work smarter and aim like a pro. Stay tuned for this class.
There are three things that I'm going to be sharing with you to get ahead if you want to make money from what you know. Remember, I've always said that this journey is for a long haul. It's not a short sprint. All right? I'm not going to be here again in your face. And in this session, I'm going to be sharing with you the three things to do to be able to get ahead. These are foundational. These are very fundamental for you to embrace and to be able to truly go on this journey and be truly sustainable. In 2019, I had an accident, all right, and I needed surgery. And so I got to the orthopedic hospital, or the orthopedic department of the hospital, the teaching hospital where I was referred to after the accident, after I had been stabilized for like a week. And so I was sent to the hospital, the teaching hospital, so that they could do the surgery. And on getting there, there's a process. The process is that you go through the general practitioner, what they call GP, and he assesses your situation, and then they now take you to meet the specialists, all right? There, where you have the general practitioner, you see all kinds of people who have issues with orthopedic, people who have issues with different things, their eyes and all that. Everybody has to go through the general practitioner. The general practitioner only does the assessments and then sends to the consultants, the experts, right? So from that particular melting point of everyone being there to see the GP, we are now sent, okay, you go here, you go there, you go there. And then we now go to the individuals who are quite specific in dealing with our cases. I also found out that even getting to the experts themselves, they are then the ones who are kind of above, and these are super guys, right? So the specialists even do their job, but then these super guys are the ones who have the final say. They are the super specialist guys, right? And you find out that these guys, they are on referrals. You find out that their files are usually booked. Many of them don't even sit in the hospital. They are called, and then they come in and they do the review of the cases, and then they go ahead to do the surgeries. And most of them even work for different hospitals. So they are going from here to there to there because these guys are super great at what they do. They are great at what they do because of the results that they get. The GP can sit, the general practitioner can sit down from morning till evening attending to cases. But sometimes these guys, they come in, they do like 3 hours or 4 hours, and then they get off again to another place. I mean, sometimes I don't even envy their lives. The journey of monetizing your knowledge is not a sprint, as I've always said. It's a journey. It's for the long haul. So if you want to play a sustainable game, I share with you the three things that you need to truly, really get ahead. Number one is you've got to be working as yourself constantly to be great at what you do. I shared the story of my experience about the general practitioner and the super guys who are great at what they do, because that is your target. That ought to be your target, to be so great at what you do, right? I have a friend, she's an ophthalmologist. I mean, she operates on the eyes. That's what ophthalmologists do. When you enter into our office is filled with lots of plaques and certificates that she's received from the different trainings that she has attended. She's attended trainings in the UK, in the US, in India, in Canada, and all the different countries that she has mentioned to me. So many to mention. She has a budget that for every year she has to go for 3 specialized trainings, and she's very in demand in the city of Port Harcourt where I live. I need you to understand that you've got to be able to pay great attention to your intellectual growth. It's important because your intellect is your key property for this journey of monetizing what you know. Your intellect is your key property. So you've got to be able to give it attention and time, right? To be able to grow it, to grow it. One thing I've come to see is for people like me and many other individuals who are on this journey of monetizing their knowledge is that we are so busy pouring into other individuals that we forget that we should also spend some time to pour into ourselves. If that's you, or if that's not you, don't fall into that trap. It's a very big trap that when you get into it, you find yourself, you are constantly joyful about pouring and pouring and pouring, but understanding they've got to be growing your intellect, spending time to grow your intellect. So constantly work at being great at what you do. Even being greater at what you do, if there's something like that, but being great is great. I mean, constantly work at being great at what you do, right? Be great at what you do. It means that you're constantly refining yourself, you're constantly building yourself, that any time that you're even called upon, you are able to deliver with aplomb, with awesomeness, with delight, all right? The second point is regularly publish valuable content on chosen platforms. You've got to be able to focus on communication and not just dishing out information. And I learned this from my friend Victor Ibobasi. He says that it is the person that starts and facilitates a conversation that controls the attention of the market. And I love that definition of his. The person that starts and facilitates a conversation that controls the attention of the market. And this is beautiful. I mean, when I look at the work that we are doing in the knowledge money space, we are ahead of the game because we started the conversation and we are facilitating the conversation, right? And we are gaining the attention of the marketplace. So you've got to be able to focus on communication, not just dishing out information. Just like my friend Vite Bobasa says, it's a very great thing to do, right? Facilitating conversations. And this is done by regularly publishing valuable content on chosen platforms. And the easiest way to do now is on social media, all right? The easiest way. Victor will also say that you've got to find a place where you can reach out to these individuals and feed them regularly, all right, to have these conversations, to facilitate conversation. He loves newsletters, but you could choose to have a Telegram channel where you can constantly facilitate these conversations. You can do WhatsApp broadcast if you want, but the essence is to regularly publish content, valuable content on a chosen platform, all right? So share your exploits with the community that you're building. It's important that you share these exploits, especially where you're getting things right, especially your successes, especially where your results are helping other individuals to get the intended results that they want in their lives, all right? So people fall in love when you share these things. People fall in love with these amazing things that are happening in your life, all right? Because they could know that you are making strides and that you are succeeding. And people want to work with individuals who are actually succeeding because they have shown that the methodology which they are sharing is actually working. Provide solutions, all right? Help them to burn the negative beliefs of their lives. And most importantly, be the expert that they know. Be their guru, all right? By virtue of facilitating these conversations and sharing and nudging and leading and helping them to overcome these situations, helping them to fashion their great belief systems, you are going to be regarded as their guru, all right? Then finally, all right, begin to have some dependable allies who wouldn't feel anything when it comes to them telling other individuals about you, all right? These individuals are dependable allies. That's the third point I'm sharing with you. Have them in your space, all right, that they don't really feel anything when it has to do with referring you to someone else. I have my own mastermind of individuals and I don't feel a hoot when it has to do with me telling them to share and refer about my works. And every one of us, we do it for one another, all right? We refer, we share, and we don't feel like as if it's a burden. We don't feel like as if we're doing it out of the need to do and have it done back for you. That's not all we're doing. It's like it's a symbiotic thing, okay? So for me, I mean, I found it a little bit difficult because of the background that I have, but I'm working so much this year to expand this circle. It's a collaborative effort. I've not really fully mastered it, but I'm on that journey and I'm working on it so well. All my life, so to say, I mean, from university, I have kind of been like a lone ranger, all right, being by myself in my cocoon to be able to get my results, all right, but being able to be in the circles in the community where we are not seeing it as a burden to be able to share about one another and the exploits that we are doing in this space, I'm seeing the tremendous results and the influence in my life, all right. It's like what they call podding group, where people get together and they support one another to grow. I learned about this podding concept, I mean, a few years ago when I decided to be quite serious on Instagram. So these guys come together, they call themselves pods. And what they do is that they support one another by sharing posts, by liking, by commenting, referring one another. It's an amazing thing to grow because everybody is growing. So in the podding group, they drop a post, you take the post, you put it on your own timeline, and sorry, you make a post, take the link of the post you've made, bring into the podding group. People click the link, they like, they share, they comment, and in that way, they're helping people to build visibility like that. And it's a collaborative thing, a collaborative gesture, right? So when you find these people in your life, I mean, these kind of individuals who are dependable in your life, don't exploit them. Be sacrificial, be symbiotic. It's a mutuality that has to exist. All right, not that you're sapping on someone and you're exploitative and you want to, but it has to be sacrificial. All right, do it with your heart. You're doing for someone as the person is doing for you. All right, that's where the amazing benefits will come from. Okay, all right, so go ahead, be great, be awesome, embrace these three things to be able to get ahead. Constantly work on yourself to be great. Regularly publish great content so that, all right, you can facilitate conversations in the marketplace. And finally, have some dependable allies in your corner that don't have a thing when it comes to referring you, and keep nurturing the relationship. Okay, live your best life always. Ciao.